Hello friends, welcome to Algoripo. So today we are going to see problem lead code 207 course schedule. So this is medium level question. So let's start. So what is the question? So in question you will be given number of courses, that is here it is given to. It means that you have two courses, course 0 and course 1, and you have to complete this course, both courses, and you have some prerequisite to complete this course. So here prerequisite is 1 comma 0. What this means? So this means that to complete course 1 I have to first complete course 0. So first of so this is so this is if I write this thing here, so I have to complete for completing course 1 I have to complete course 0 first. Means this right side course I have to complete first, then I have to complete course in left side. Means course 0 and here it is course 1. So course 1 is dependent on course 0. So first of all I have to complete 0, then I have to complete course 1. Directly I can't complete course 1. So this is my graph. So what we have to do is we have to first of all create a graph using given prerequisite, and we have to see if we can complete all the courses given in the number of courses. So here we have two courses, so let's see can we complete or not. So I will come here and see at course 0 I will see if is there any prerequisite to complete this course. So I see that there is no course to complete before it, so there is no prerequisite course to complete 0. So I will just complete course 0 and delete it, and after that I will see course 1. I'll come here at course 1 and see is there any prerequisite to course 1 before to complete the course 1, is there any prerequisite. So I see yes it is. So what is this? I have to complete 0 course. So I'll see is it already completed or not. So here we have already completed course 0, so we can easily complete course 1. So yes we can complete. So after that I will complete course 1. So here number of courses is equals to number of courses completed. So when this became, we have to return true, or else if it is if this is not possible in some other example, so at that time we have to return false. So let's see other example so that we'll get some more clarity. So let's see this example. So here also we have two courses, and for course 1 we have prerequisite that we have to complete course 0 first, and for completing course 0 we have to prerequisite that we have to complete course 1. So let's draw a graph for this. So what we have to complete course 0 first to complete course 1, and in the same way I have to complete course 1, then I have to complete 0. So see here, so this is my graph. Now let's see can we complete both the courses or not. So I'll come here and see is there any prerequisite to complete course 0. So I see that yes 1 is there. So I'll come 1 here and come here and see to complete course 1 is there any prerequisite. I see yes. So here we have loop, so we can't complete both the courses here because it is in loop. So at that in this condition we have to return false, because for completing 0 I have to complete 1 course, and for completing 1 course I have to complete 0 course, so it is loop. So what we do, we'll just return false. If so, basically the conclusion of the question is that we have to find or check if loop is there in the graph or not. If loop is there, it means we have to return false, else return true. So what we are so how we are going to solve this question? So we are going to use topological sorting to solve this question, because so why we are using topological sorting? So even in topological sorting, we have same like these conditions only. So for completing course 1, I have to for completing course 2, I have to complete course 1. So in the same way, topology sorting is also work, and using that we can also detect cycle in the graph. Even in topology sorting, topology sorting, if we have any cycle, so at that time it also return false. We can, so what at the end what we have to return is, we have to check is if it is in the graph we have cycle, we have to return false or else return true. So let's see how topological sorting works. So let's see. So we'll check for both the conditions, one with cycle in the graph and one is without cycle in the graph. So before so once again, so what we will do, so first before going to topological sorting, we have to understand one thing, that is degree of a node, what it means. So let's suppose this is my node, so we have to count number of incoming arc. So here we have this is node 1, let's suppose this is node 1, and we have to count number of arcs coming to this node. So here we have only one arc, so it means that for node 1 the degree is 1, and if suppose we have 2 incoming arcs, then we have degree 2. Let's suppose we have 2 incoming arcs and one is outgoing arc, so still we have to degree of this code of this node has 2 only, because we have to just find incoming nodes. And if the node has no arcs, then the degree will be 0. So we are going to use this concept. So let's see, let's take an example first so we'll take this example as without cycle. So let's suppose we have 5 courses, that is course 1 is course 2, course 3, course 4, course 5. So what does this graph represent? So this graph represents that for completing course 1 I have no prerequisite courses. For completing course 2 I have prerequisite that I have to complete course 1 first. In the same way, for completing course 3 I have to complete course 2 first. In the same way, for completing course 4 I have to complete course 3, and for completing course 5 I have to complete course 4. Let's take let's add one more node here, let's see, we have course 3. Okay, so now what this graph represent? So for completing course 1 I have again 0 prerequisite. For completing course 2 I have only 1 prerequisite course, and for completing 3 I have total 2 prerequisite. So I have to see if what I have to see course 1 and course 2, both for course 3, course 1 and course 2 should be done before completing course 3, then only we can complete the course 3. So we have total prerequisites 2. How we are saying that for node 3 we have two prerequisite, for 0 I have 0 prerequisite. So what we are doing, we are just counting number of incoming nodes, that is degree of a each node. So we'll just create one array where we'll just count. Let's suppose this array is starting from one index from 1, or we can also or else we can add one other course which is pointing here. So now even for course 1 we have one prerequisite, and for course 0 we have no prerequisite, 0 prerequisite. So now we will have our array starting from 0. So let's see. So we have total 6 courses. Now we have total 6 courses. So what we'll do, 3, 4, 5 and 0 to 5. Okay, 0 to 5, right? And we will just count in degree of each course. So for completing 0 we have 0 courses, so we'll just add 0 in this. So this is degree array. So we'll, here we are counting number of degrees for each node. For 0 node we have 0 prerequisite courses. For course 1 I have one prerequisite course, that is 0, so we will just add 1. For completing 2 we have one prerequisite, that is 1, so I'll just add 1 only. See here, for completing course 3 I have 2 incoming 2 degree, because we have 2 incoming arcs from here also, from here also 2, so I'll add 2 for the 3. For 4 I have only one arc incoming towards 4, so I have 1, and 5, for also 5 I have 1. So this is incoming degree. So first of all we'll create a degree array, and in that we'll just add. So after that we are going to use BFS for solving topological sorting. So we also need one queue, right? So what we will do, we'll create one queue of integer type, and I'll loop through the array and see is there any prerequisite course which has value 0. So I see that 0 has that, so I'll just add 0 here. I'll just add queue dot push 0, so I'll just add 0 course. So what I will do after that, I will delete this course. So what I'll do, take while loop till queue is not empty, and I will just pop this. I'll store, let's suppose in top I will store this course 0, and I will pop from queue. So what I will do, I go to the neighbors of 0. So we have only one neighbor to the 0, that is 1. So what we'll do, we'll just, because we have completed this 0 course, I'll just delete this. So in degree for 0 is deleted. So for completing course 1 we have 0 prerequisite, so we'll just change. So we'll here change, because this is deleted, let's suppose, because we have already used, so there is no use of that course 0, because we have added. And also while popping I'll maintain one count, and I'll just count number of courses which are added, and at that time when it's pop, I'll just increase the count variable here. So here I have popped 0, so I will just increase 1 here. So now I will just change 1 to 0 here. because I have, because course 0 sorry, so here I will just change to 0 because 0 course is completed, so I have 0 prerequisite now for 1. So in the same way, and again I am going to check is there any, I'll going to check is there any in our degree array. We'll just check is there any is there any value in this array whose value is 0. So I'll see that yes, 2. So I'll just push that 1 in the queue, and what I will do, and after doing I'll just pop this one, and I will just add top equals to 1 here, and I'll just pop this one, and while popping I'll just add count equals to 2. So yes, so after what I will do, because I have completed course 2 now, so I will just delete course 1 now. So the neighbors of 1 is 2. So what I will do, because for completing course 2 we had a prerequisite that we have to complete course 1, but we have already completed this. So I have so we have for course 2 0 prerequisite. So we will just again delete, first we'll delete this because we have completed already these 2 courses. I will just change for course 2 has 1, and one more thing, so this 1 is also neighbor to course 3. So this thing is deleted, it means this degree is also deleted. So we have also to change degree of 3 has -1 because we have already completed this course. So we are also going to change -1 from the course 3. So we'll have 1 now, and for 2 we'll just change it to 0. Again I'll see is there in my degree array is there any value 0. So I'll see yes, so I'll insert that 2 and I'll delete from here, and again I will just maintain in top and pop it, and I will so I have 2, so I will pop it and I'll increase my C value as 3, and I'll see neighbors of 2. So I have neighbor of 2 is 3 only. So we'll just delete this because we have deleted this because we have completed the course. So for 3 we have now 0 prerequisite. So we'll change, so we have deleted this because we have already completed this. So now I will change value of 3 as 0 because we have 0 prerequisite to complete course 3. So after that again I will see in my degree array is there any value 0 in this. So I'll see yes, so I will just add course 3 here. Again I will just store value 3 here and pop. So pop, and while popping I will just increase my C value as 4, and I'll go to the neighbors of 3, that is 4. So I'll come here to 4, and this course is completed. So now for 4 we at first we had only 1 prerequisite, so now even that is completed. So we have to change of decrease 1 here, so we'll change it to 0 now. So this is deleted, course completed, and here I'll just change 0 here, and again I'll see in this and see if 0 is there. Yes, it is there. So I'll just add in my queue, that is 4 here, and also maintain here 4, and I'll just pop. So while popping I'll just increase my C value as 5. So this course is completed now. So I'll go to the neighbors of 4, that is 5. This course is completed. So for completing 5 we have 0 prerequisite. So we'll change the value, this course is completed now, and we'll change the value of this course as 0, and again I'll see if my array has value 0. Yes, it is. So I'll again add in my queue, and I'll maintain here 5, maintain here top equals to 5, and again pop, and I'll count c equals to 6, c equals to 6, and again, so even this course is completed now, this course is also completed, so my array is now empty. So what I will do at end, after completion of all the arrays, I'll just check if my count variable, that is 6, if my c is equals to number of courses, that is this. So we had 6 and we have even 6 here, so both are equal, 6 equals to 6, so we'll just return true. If this is not satisfying condition, then we'll just return false. So let's see, so this is so in this array, in this graph we had no loop, because of that we have completed this course. So now let's see an example, in which we have cycle. So let's see. So I'm going to take very small example here. So I have one course, so course 0, course 1, and course 2, and I'll just add here. So we have loop here, right? We have loop here. So let's see how we are going to detect. So let's understand first what this graph represent. So we have course 0, for that we have 0 prerequisite. For course 1 we have 2 prerequisite because we have 2 incoming arcs, and for completing course 3 we have one prerequisite, that we have to complete course 1 year. So we'll just maintain a degree array, that is 0, 1, 2, and we'll just count. So we have, for 0 we have 0 prerequisite, for 1 we have 2 prerequisite, for 2 we have 1 prerequisite. So yes, so what we'll do, we'll make map, that is adjacency list of this. So for completing course 0 we have no prerequisite, but for completing course 1 I have 2 prerequisite. So for completing course 1 I have 2 prerequisite, that is 0 and 2. So I have 2 prerequisite, and for completing course 2 I have only 1 prerequisite, that is 1. So 1, and for completing 0 I have no prerequisite. So this is my adjacency matrix, right? So after, what we'll do, we'll maintain one queue, because we are using BFS here, BFS with topological sort. So we'll come here and we'll check in this array, is there any value 0 in this degree array? We'll see yes. So we'll just add this index here. So yes, we have one degree value 0, that is course 0. So we'll just add here, and we also maintain course count till we have number of courses we have completed. So at first we have 0, so we'll just add and we'll pop it from the queue, and we'll just increase count has equals to 1, and we'll go to the neighbors of 0. So neighbors of 0 is 1, and we have completed this course. So for 0 I have now only 1 prerequisite, that is 2. So those 2, because we have deleted this course, we have already completed. So we'll just change So we have completed this course and we have to change this value as 1. Value as 1 because I have only one prerequisite, that is 2 for completing course 1. So I'll again see is there any value 0 in the degree array. So we will see that no, for course 1 we have the 1, for course 1 we have degree 1 and for course 2 we have degree 1. So we have 0 degree, 0 degree. So what we will do, we'll just return from the loop, and we'll check if, so here we have 3 courses, n equals to 3. So we'll just see n is equals to n is equals to c, n is equals to this c. So here my n is 3 and we have c equals to 1. So this is not equal. So we'll just return false here. So this is the logic. So let's code now. So let's code. So how we are going to code is, so I am using C++ language here to code. So first of all we have to create one adjacency list. So I am going to use vector of vector. So vector of type int, and let's name it as m, and the size will be till num courses, courses, num courses. And we also need one vector array, vector of type int, that will store degree. So the vector size is also num courses, and initially it will store value 0 for all the courses. So let's start. So we have to insert, because this is in prerequisite is in vector form, so we have to first create it in store in adjacency matrix, adjacency matrix, adjacency list. So what we'll do first, we know that the size of the array is num courses, so we'll just go till num courses, courses. Courses I++, or we can direct go, it is better to go till prerequisite dot size, and what we'll do, we'll just add m of prerequisite of I of 1 dot push back prerequisite of I of 0. Why I am here, see why I am using one second node in first and the first node in second. So why I am doing this? So see here, so here we have given see here, here we have given 0 1. So for course 0 I have to complete course 1. So what we are doing, we are just maintaining a map where for completing course 1 I have to course complete 0. So this is how we are storing in map. For completing course 1 I have to complete 0 first. So in this way, so for that, why because of that I am storing this in left side here. So that is why we are storing 1, that is 1 in left side, and this 0 in this side. And we are going to count degree of each node. So what we'll do, we'll just add degree here. So let me show you that. So we'll also add degree, increase degree. So we'll degree of prerequisite of I of 0, because for every course and we have increasing. So if currently I have degree 1 for 0 course, so I'll just, if again it is coming, so I'll just add. So we are going to increase this. We are maintaining number of degrees for each node. So after that, what I have to do, so I have to loop for this degree. So for that I have to see equals to 0 till num course, num courses number of course I plus plus, and I am going to check. So I have to maintain q first, q of type int, and name it as q here. So I'll just see if in my degree array is there any value 0. If it is, we are just going to add it in q dot pus push I. So we are going to, basically we are adding 0 prerequisite node in q. So after that I'll loop. So we have to maintain count. For that I am initializing count equals to 0. So after that I have to loop till my q is not empty. What I have to do, first of all I have to remove we have to pop element. Let's name it as top. So we are going to pop first element. So for that I have to use front, and then we have to use pop it. So now we have popped. So after that I have to go neighbors of top here, this element top. For that I will use, so let's suppose x, and we'll go to the neighbors of top. So what we'll do, because this top courses we have completed, so now we are going to the neighbors of top. So we have to first decrease the degree of that neighbor node, because we have completed that course. So prerequisite of that course is deleted from the current node. So for that we'll just decrease the neighbors course, and again see if is there any degree of neighbor is equals to 0. If it is present, what we'll do, we'll just push that element in that element q. So this is it. After we'll come out of loop and we'll see if my count is equals to num courses, courses. If it is there, we'll just return true, else return false. So this is it, guys. So this is the code. Let's run now. So we have error. Okay, we have forgot to add here int. Okay, now let's see. So we got an error. So let me see what is the error. So vector empty pop. Okay, so we have forgot to count while popping. So every time when I pop from queue, I have to count. So let's run now and let's see. So now it's accepted. So let's submit now and let's see. Yes, friends. So it is accepted. So if you like the video, please